All right, we are alive here at the Edgewater Race Report. Our little pre-party portion of the show before we jump into the main, meat and potatoes, if you will, of this week's episode. Hey, this weekend, we're coming at you a little early on Tuesday, because it is the Thanksgiving holiday extended weekend. I know a lot of people have things going on, getting ready for tomorrow for big travel, big plans of going and visiting family, potentially having family over, doing all that cooking, all that prepping. So we wanted to get at you a little bit early this week for the Edgewater Race Report. Hey, we've got a great weekend to look back on. Had some incredible runs, great 2 days there at the track. Helped out with an incredible organization here locally. We're going to talk all about that. And we got some thanks to give and some teasers of some big events coming up that we've got booked for 2024. That and so much more on this week's Edgewater Race Report. Hey, but as we do each and every week here, we give you a little time to let you know that we're live. So if you're joining us there, Facebook.com/Edgewater Race. Hey, give us a like, give us a share, let everybody know you're joining us. Stick with us through the episode. Leave a comment. We love sharing us. We love interacting with the viewers there. We're almost at that point there. I'll give it a little bit of time here. We'll get up to a dozen or so before we hit that countdown clock. We're almost there. Just a few more viewers. Again, give us a like, give us a share. Let's bring some people in. Let's get this episode going here. We're at that mark, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hit that countdown. We will see you on the other side, the official start of this week's Edgewater Race Report. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Edgewater Race Report. It is Tuesday, November 21st. And hey, how about this? We have still got racing to talk about this late into November. It has absolutely been a November to remember. Hey, as always, I am Rick Vickery. On the other side of the screen there, Mr. Rob Wiley. Rob, welcome back to your show.
All right, great to be here as always, Rick.
Absolutely. Hey, we're getting ready here, getting set for the big Thanksgiving Day weekend, Rob. And we still got racing to cover. We've got a lot to talk about, to look forward to. But, Rob, we're going to kick things off. What are the Wileys? What do you guys do for Thanksgiving?
Well, we're going over to my mom's, which we always do. And my mom's getting a little bit older, so she's not happy about it, but we're not letting her cook. So everybody's bringing things in, and I've got to make my world famous cheesecake.
So. Oh, a little cheesecake, Robbie cheesecake over there. Yeah, I could see where Mom. She's used to, since you guys were, probably before you were around, being the run of the pack. She's been cooking for decades there, and now it's understandable. Time to take a step back.
Yeah, she's down to track Sunday, and she's complaining about it. What am I going to do? I'm like, well, maybe you could sit down and talk to people for once instead of running around like a mad person trying to get food together for everybody. But it's what she loves to do and all. So I'm sure she'll be slinging some dishes there, regardless of what we tell her.
I was going to say, she's going to have her hands in that kitchen. She's going to be busy. Yeah. Now, is there a certain dish that Mama Winley is famous for Thanksgiving that you guys absolutely said, all right, Mom, you have to make this for us because we can't have Thanksgiving without it?
Well, we have, she makes a mousse pumpkin pie that's really good that I believe my nephew is bringing, and that's tasty. And of course, we got to have she always makes her homemade pumpkin pie, and she used to make it all from scratch, but she's cheated the last probably 15 years or so and bought the cans, but that's always really good. And you can't forget, we have to have a Christmas, and we have to have Thanksgiving and Christmas. We've got to have a Christmas Jello.
There we go. Funny story about my grandmother. she's over the years has taught herself how to cook, especially when my grandfather, when he was with us, his dietary needs. So she taught herself how to cook. But prior to that, she would fake it. We'd never call her out on it. So you'd go over there for something like Thanksgiving, and the mashed potatoes and gravy, they were KFC. If you took the trash, but what she would do is she would, before we got there, she would empty them out of those containers
and then
put
put
them in
them all
her
together.
bowls. Yeah, so if you took the trash out, you're like, wait a minute, where are these kids? But we never called her out on it because you know what? They're good mashed potatoes and gravy, so we were happy with it. So
exactly.
So yeah,
might as well make it easy.
Looking forward to Thursday, Thanksgiving. Of course, tomorrow, big celebration night, the biggest bar night of the year on Wednesday.
Yep.
Then coming up, big football coming up this weekend. The big game, arguably the biggest rivalry in sports, Michigan and Ohio State, Rob.
Yep. I know who you want to win, but you know me. I guess that's just having an older brother who played football at Notre Dame and just never been a Bucs fan.
Well, I was going to say, not necessarily that you want Michigan to win, but
I mean, I don't like Michigan either.
Right. So
I don't like Michigan either, but if one of them has to win, I guess it better be Michigan.
Well, everything on the line there. Likely the winners heading to the college football playoffs. So everybody getting settled in for a big extended weekend of fun with friends and the family. We hope everybody is out there being safe throughout the extended weekend. We're talking about fun, friends, and family, Rob. We had a heck of a time at the track this past weekend.
Yes, we did. No, I have to root for the Harbaughs because the whole family, dad and both boys coached at Western, my alma mater. So I got to root for the Harbaughs.
Okay, there we go.
Other when the Bengals are playing Baltimore.
There we go. Or potentially the Raiders coming up. Some rumors out there that the other brother might be interested in that job there. But again, Rob, a great weekend this past weekend at the track. Great weather conditions. A lot of people eager to get out there and have a lot of fun. A lot of different cars that we've seen. Some of our familiar names behind different steering wheels.
Yeah, definitely. They were predicting pretty much the same exact weather as the week before, but it was warmer. Just very, very calm, very little wind, just not a cloud in the sky, no humidity. The track was, Sunday morning I was worried because it got so cold overnight, and we had at 10:30, the track was just flat nasty. You sent anything down the track. It was quite amazing, and it was a great day of racing the whole day.
Oh, that's
Saturday was a blast. One engine launched, and just I still can't believe he didn't put down more oil than he did. It must have all gone through the exhaust and burnt up the whole back of his Challenger was just roasted.
Well, of course, Saturday there we had the tune-in test. We had our daily driver mania, and we teamed up a great cause there, Toys for Tots. People bringing in toys to be donated for the holiday season to some needy kids.
Yeah, that's always awesome, and then we'll go and drop those off to them, and they're always very appreciative of our little toy drive that we have, and it's good thing for a good cause.
Very, very nice. Well, Rob, let's talk about that daily driver mania. One big race, one class, everybody getting after it.
One big class, and it whittled down. We pulled chips and tried to make it as fair as possible, and then it whittled down to the three usual suspects. So I know what Ryan Butler drives, and I know what Brian Hendrickson drives, but I did not know who it was in the little silver blue Ionic. And kept just going rounds, knocking people out. And then it was Butler and Hendrickson, and I won't say his name until we're after, because I didn't know till I drove past, and it was curiosity, maybe look in there and see who was driving. It was Steve Collier. So another great racer right there. So kind of expect that. In the semis, Brian lost. It's not easy to do, and he lost to driving his Jeep that he always does for the street tire races. And Butler, of course, was in his 300C, and Steve Collier was in that Ionic. Not sure if he bought that or just rented it. And we get to the finals, and Butler's dialed in a 1371 to Collier's 1329, and nearly identical reaction times. We had a 0.37 to a 0.32 on reaction. Butler was just a little bit behind on the start, but runs only 100, as David Rice say, 100 over his dial, just 100 over his dial, and Collier goes 200 over his dial, and Ryan Butler takes the win in the Street Tire Mania.
Very, very nice. Again, great cause there with the Toys for Tots, and a very unique race there towards the end of the year.
Yeah, it's always cool to have that. We start the season off with it, and we finish the season with it, and go from there.
So we rolled the great turnout there, the great day on Saturday, back into our bracket program for a little Sunday fun day there at the track.
Yes, Sunday fun day was exciting. It was kind of a common theme. You'll figure it out when we get down here in the finals. But let's start off with juniors. We've got Mr. Landon Meyer out of Burlington, Kentucky, taking on Samantha Jillian out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, Little Biggins. Landon was down on 790 to Sam's 891. Pretty decent lights. Landon got a 0.118 on the tree as reaction time, and Samantha just goes slightly red, 008 on the wrong side, turning the light red, giving Landon the win and trip to the winner's circle in juniors. And moving on to bikes, we had some guys that are not regulars. It was nice to see them. Jimmy Bana from Indianapolis, Indiana, took on Josh Mercer, who was out of Bloomington, Indiana, in the finals. So Jimmy's dialed in at a 942 to Josh's 1043. And Jimmy he kills the tree, as far as bikes go with a 014. And Josh was way behind with a 061, but made it up on the back end. It was a lot closer to his dial in than Jimmy was, and he took the win and a trip to the winner's circle in bikes. So because of the time of the year and everybody was scared of the possibly the track conditions, the car count was a little bit low, so we ended up combining pro and sportsman to make one class, to make it a lot more exciting. And in the end, two familiar names, two great racers that the guys are really hard to beat. It doesn't matter what you put them in; those guys are going to be in the money every single time. We had Jake Pruitt taking on Ryan Butler. Jake's dialed in a 713 to Ryan's 858. We're running in the 8th mile. And like I said, that common theme, Pruitt turns it red, 0.01 in the wrong way, and hands that win to Ryan Butler in the finals of the combined sportsman pro class. So in Super Pro, we had some out of town people when we
I think that's really the cool thing about this time of year is so many new faces that you see where, that their home tracks or, maybe the area that they're at, they've closed down and they've heard the good things about Edgewater, and it's worth to make the drive down for them. And you get new matchups, new faces, new experiences.
Yeah. One of the guys that was, that made it down to the finals, he was a regular back in the day. He used to they'd come down from New Paris, Ohio, and they hit Edgewater on Saturday, and then they go to Tri-State on Sunday. And then when Tri-State closed down, it just became more just easier for them because they're real close to where Muncie's at for them to go to Muncie. So they're all close. So Aaron comes down and goes round after round and ends up in the finals against Roy Biggins Jillian. Roy's out of Lawrenceburg, Indiana. Both, as you heard earlier, his daughter was in the final of juniors. So Aaron, a beautiful little Chevette, he's dialing a 631 to Roy's to Biggins Mustang, dialing a 610, and that common theme comes back. Aaron, little too quick on the tree, turns it red, hands that win to Biggins. Has the big trip to the winner's circle on Sunday, which finishes up our season for 2023, and it was a great, exciting one. We introduced lot of great events, and bringing those back again next year. We introduced the Night of Fire, the Nitro Chaos, Michael Beard's Oktoberfest, just to name a few, and they just were very successful, and we're bringing them back bigger and better. And haven't made the flyer yet we've got our Nitro Chaos flyer out, but I haven't made it out for our Night of Fire. And all I can tell you, I had to go long and far to get enough jets to make this happen, and it's more than a baker's dozen.
Oh,
So it's gonna be one hellacious Night of Fire for our Night of Fire, and really, really looking forward to that this year. Two great events there. Michael Beard's coming back for our Oktoberfest. Was really happy. The racers had a blast for that one. We're also going to bring back, just a little teaser here, we're bringing back a little race format program my dad used to do called Bash for Cash. So we're going to do that once a month, and we're also going to have a 12K, 8K once a month as well. So looking forward to a great 2024 season. We're just plugging in the little bits and pieces, and we're bringing back Cincy Street Nights 2.0. So we'll have details about what's going on with that.
I know a lot of people were asking those questions. Yep. You said, "Hey, hold tight. We're going to revamp. We're going back to the drawing board. Come back. Hopefully, improve more. Bigger, better, improved here."
Yeah, we're working with some new blood, some new life. We're going to do a couple really different things. Some things that were not been done at Edgewater before. So just a little teaser there, and it's going to be a blast. Going to have a great time next year, and we've got we are working on a motorcycle roundup coming in town, working with the city of Cincinnati for that, working with the city of Cincinnati for a music festival coming here in 2024. So there's going to be a lot of really exciting things, both on the track and off the track. We have a group called Muddy Princess coming in, and I've gotten them to commit to one of their two events. They've got it's mainly women's focused, but it's kind of like a fun run. And we've got the Big Bounce Run, which it's a mile and little over a mile and a half run, but there's all these obstacles I got to crawl under, over, around, through. Just a really, really cool afternoon of fun, and looking forward to that as well. And I'm working on them to get their signature event called the Muddy Princess, which is a mud run. If anybody's been around that, that's just a lot of fun for spectators and for the participants for the mud run. So hopefully we'll get that one wrapped up as well. So a lot of cool stuff coming in 2024.
A lot of big races, a lot of big attractions coming to Edgewater. We continue to grow. It's going to bring more fans, more eyes, and overall just a better experience for everyone involved. Of course, always the marquee, the main event right there. Yep. on the track. Now, Rob, as we close things out this week, we don't have anything. You went ahead, and I know a lot of people were asking, is that it for the season? I know we've been getting messages over on social media and that. And
I had David Deal, who does all of our flyers, make up a couple flyers for not this weekend, but the following weekend. It's not really the first weekend in December, but I say it's the first weekend in December. But for that weekend, and 10-day forecast is looking in the low to mid 40s. So we are officially done for the season for 2023, and looking forward and moving on to 24. We will have, last year, my father always had the last weekend in February open for tune and test. And I'm like, oh, that's so early and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't do it this year, and it was beautiful. It was 60 degrees that weekend, and it was cold or rainy every day in March. I'm like, So we're going to put that out there. Weather permitting, we're going to have tune and test that last weekend in February. Then March is pretty much tune and test. We're going to throw in, officially start the season off with our Street Tire Mania race, and then we'll move on in, and we'll start up once a month. Usually it'll be early in the month for our bracket bash for cash, my they called it a bash for cash. We'll do that, and then we're going to do our we're bringing back the 1776 day. We're bringing back the Michael Beard. We're bringing back obviously the Dick Winley Memorial and a couple other cool ones. So once a month, we're going to do our 12K, 8K, somewhere around that ballpark, and our payouts, and just have a fun, enjoyable 2024. Pray that we don't get the rain that we had this year. So
over in the chat, dropping a message here with us, our very own Annie, one of those smiling faces that greets everybody at the gate there, wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving to everybody there from Annie.
Happy Thanksgiving, Annie, and thank you for your bottles of wine. It was very nice.
There you go. Some thanks to give out here as we close out this week's episode. And you were talking about those track conditions this week, Rob, and especially late in the year when you're dealing with that weather, those cold temps overnight. Throughout the year, really, it's part of the race game. You're going to have accidents. You're going to have downtime. But wow, what an incredible job across the board that our track crew.
Yeah, Dave and Steve and Ronnie do such a great job with the track. I'm out there at 10:30 in the morning, and I can't stop walking, because I stop, I'm going to lose the heels on my shoe, and I'm just laughing. It was just flat nasty. What's nice is when you go through the barrel after barrel after barrel after glue we used during the year. It's just amazing how nice that track is at the end of the season.
Absolutely. In the track crew there, long before the gates open, they're there each and every race day. They're well after the last run has been made. Also, along that those at the front gate. They're there, one of the first, teams.
Yeah, they're the first ones there and the last ones to leave. So, love all the ladies and the guys that work there at the gate. Our people in the concession that bust their butt to make food for everybody.
The pit side pavilion concession stand, some of that track grub that you love. Over at the first round,
the Great Girls in Lounge. Misty and my niece are just awesome.
There you go. And of course, the tower, Doc up there, he's that grease, man. Everything, kind of runs through Doc there.
I was a little panicked early in the season when Ezra wasn't coming back, and trying to find somebody to run that front computer, because people just don't realize how important that position and how stressful it is. It's got to be right every single time, because if you don't have it right, then it's affecting that race, and when people's races get affected, it's not. No one's ever happy to have to rerun, if you know what I'm saying. So it's good to have somebody that's just absolutely good as Doc is, to come up and step up. And I got word that he was coming back, and I just you can't not like the guy. He's awesome, and he does an incredible job. My two guys on the mic do an awesome job, and Debbie,
Miss Debbie there in the middle.
Don't forget about Debbie. Debbie's been with us since I was little.
I was going to say, truly the mother bear of Edgewater. That's Debbie there.
Yeah.
When she comes in, she has to make the rounds, talk to everybody. So many of the racers want to catch up with her and share stories, and she loves. I mean, the way that she lights up, especially when the junior dragsters. Those young competitors come up to say hi to her. She's always got treat stock for them, and they're bringing her notes and pictures that they've drawn, and it just makes her world go.
Other than my wife, Debbie's the only one that's allowed to call me Robbie. So I'll give her that, since she's known me since I was 12. She's allowed, because that's what she called me when I was little. So and never stopped. So I'll let her do that.
And from the crew, a big thank you to you, Rob, to Jerry, to Dan, to Rick, the entire family there. The support, you guys take care of us, make sure that we got the tools to do our job and all that. But I think maybe the biggest thanks, though, are those that are coming in and that are behind the wheel, that are in the grandstands, that really make Edgewater go round.
Yeah, some special thanks to my brother Jerry, because he makes my life so much more enjoyable and easier to manage things. And I want to say, before we get into our races, I want to say special thanks to my mom. She's just the driving force behind the racetrack, and just thank her for what she has done, put up with, and handled her life for this great racetrack, so that our great racers who come down and support us week in and week out, that always come down with a smile and are happy to be there. And just, it makes makes life, when you're working the kind of hours you are to put out, to run a facility like Edgewater. It's good to have those people that, as great racers, that smile and are happy and love the place and born there, married somebody they met there, had their first date. The stories I hear is just awesome. And it's just it's so hard to explain to people because you've got the racetrack, such diverse people, all walks of life, everything, and everybody gets along. Because everybody's out there for one thing. Everybody wants to go fast. Everybody wants to have a good time, enjoy themselves, and just race and have fun racing. So it's great to have everybody. Thank you for your wonderful support for 2023. We're looking forward to 2024, having a better racer experience and bringing even more and fun and, great races. Our Bash for Cash is going to be a low entry race, and it'll be a lot of fun racing all weekend.
Yeah, absolutely looking forward to it. And we're talking about 2024. I know you and I have had some regular conversations. You're working hard on this. We're looking to do more than ever before in 2024 for our sponsors. We had a great group this past season. We're looking to expand that and looking to grow that as well. I'm going to throw it up just over top of us here, Rob. I'll read through some of them, then kind of let you, if you want to talk about some of them here. We've got a lot of people, and they've really helped. We're talking about the big payouts that we've had. Just kind of the day-to-day operation there at the track. But our sponsors list, some great people here that were part of this year. So thanks to all of those that were part of the team. And we're looking forward to growing that this next season and really getting more engagement with our sponsors and helping on their return on investment. I know they've been ecstatic and so happy with what they've already gotten. We're looking to take that to the next level there.
Yeah, it's just each year everything keeps getting bigger. We're exposed to more people. Our followers on Facebook keep getting bigger. Our Instagram followers keep big. There's more exposure for all the people out there, and everybody knows that racers support the people that support our racing. So it's very important. If you need new wheels for your car, go out to Rim Time. You're down on 50, down on 128. You're in that area. Go and support T Daddies. They are awesome. You're out and you see Motors Brew. If you're at a bar or out to eat.
T Daddies, especially this weekend between stops. If you forgot something while you're heading over to Aunt Judy's for Thanksgiving, swing through there. Whatever for the festivities, they have got you covered.
Yep. You got plumbing needs, go see Ken Herbert. Ken Herbert's awesome sponsor of us, awesome sponsor of UMTR. He and I had spent a lot of time talking last week, and he's got me convinced we're going to try a brand new quarter-mile stick shift class for our muscle car Sunday. So that'll be a nice addition to our UMTR program, which we're going to have 4 times next year.
Very, very nice. Again, thanks to all of our sponsors.
I can't forget.
Oh yeah, you got the Route 50 diner there.
Yeah, State Line
Restaurant. That's what it's there.
If you're out there, the food's always great. Go say hi to Rob. Rob is always we meet down there once a week with our team and go over how the race went the last weekend, what we need to do to improve, what we need to look forward to this weekend, what's going to be the obstacles, challenges, and how can we make this race as good as possible. And we meet down there. We go there almost every week, and Rob is just awesome. Food's great. Prices are very reasonable, and very, very nice, welcoming place to have
a true slice of Americana too.
Yes, it is.
A real diner. That's what you've got there, man. It is a great environment, as you said. Whatever your flavor, they have got you covered. They got that surefire satisfier for any and all appetites. Amazing food. They're open 7 days a week. They do breakfast and lunch, so check those hours. But you want to go check them out there at the State Line Restaurant Edition, as you said. For those daily drivers, Northgate, Northgate.
And don't forget to go see Mike Huff out at Northgate. That racing family, when they show up, there's a lot that comes in the gate that helps out the racetrack. So if you can't get out there and support them, you need a truck or car, great people to work with, and great just everybody and the whole family is just great to deal with as far as the racers from top to bottom, and it's always great to see them when they come in as well. So make sure you support those guys when you're looking for a new vehicle or used vehicle for that matter.
Well, we are wrapping up at the track, but we're going to keep bringing the Edgewater Race Report coming at you each week here through the remainder of the year. Hey, we're going to be maybe on location with some of these great sponsors, talking about what they've got going on for the holidays, what they have got, maybe some exciting offers that they've got going on, the services that they offer, especially heading into the new year. We're going to have a lot of schedule reveals and go into a lot more depth on some of the things that we're leaking through our social media. So we want to stick with us each and every week here.
Yeah, it's going to be going to hit the road, as I say, and go visit everybody and get a little spot for it and get some more exposure for our great sponsors. And we'll start getting into depth and telling you what we're going to do. We're going to have some Wally races next year. It's going to be, we got some really cool stuff coming.
All right. Well, everybody, hey, make sure that you stick with us here on the Race Report. Thank you for the amazing year on the track, 2023. What a year it was at Edgewater. Rob, before we get out of here, though, anything that you'd just like to put a little ribbon on the 2023 season?
All your racers out there, thank your significant other for being supportive and helping you to afford and enjoy this
live this dream.
Yes, because if you don't have, studies show that if you don't have a partner out there that supports you and your racing, we'll call it a habit, your racing habit, that the average racer makes it about 7 years before they're done. So when you make that spouse happy, that girlfriend, boyfriend happy, that means you can go racing for a long time. And we've got some racers, that 83-year-olds, 88-year-olds that are down all the time racing. They're damn good, It's just awesome to see the guys that have been around and racing for a while come down and enjoy things. So.
Well said there, Rob. We'll leave everybody on that sentiment there. Again, we're going to be back at you next week. We have got a lot coming at you here on the Race Report. Hey, but as it is in racing, you close out one weekend, you roll forward. We are going to be getting you excited, getting you pumped up. Big reveals for 2024 and so much more coming at you here in the future weeks. Make sure that you tune in with us each and every week. Thanksgiving weekend, extended weekend. Everybody, please be safe. Enjoy your time with friends and family. Go ahead, Rob.
And have fun and, get home safe. Be smart about everything. Cops are going to be out tomorrow night. If you're out in the biggest party night of the year, be smart about it and take an Uber or get a cab home or whatever. And let's make sure you're back around to enjoy Thanksgiving with your family and everybody else involved. So.
All right, everybody, for this week's episode of the Edgewater Race Report, he is Rob Winley. I am Rick Vickery, and I don't give a damn about the whole state of Michigan. OHIO. We're heading back to the playoffs, baby. We'll see everybody next week right here on the Edgewater Race Report.
All right.